It always feels weird because I'm waiting for a countdown.
We're live.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I'm always waiting for a countdown and there's no countdown.
And there's no, yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Right. Uh-oh. Is it happening? Is it happening? It's happening.
It's
Hello.
happening.
We are here. We are live.
Yes.
I am. Oh, I'm trying to send out a text to let you know, future people, that we are live.
Future people.
And I always forget to do part of the thing. Anyway.
It happens.
It's done.
We
are
live.
Done.
We
All
are
the
here.
Things are in place. It feels like a very big buildup.
Yeah. Yeah.
For this whole situation to happen.
Yes.
You know? Like,
it really does.
Like there's cleaning involved. There's like dogs to corral. There's like projects to get ready. There's all the things. So anyway, I feel like when we hit the live button, I feel like, okay, whew, and also frazzled.
Yes, absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Yes, 100%. Like I feel like, oh, like there's that moment of like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yes. And then you're like, oh, okay. Yeah,
okay, it's all good. We're good. Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Exactly. So if you're here and watching live with us, please type live in the comments and let us know. If you are watching the replay later on, type replay so that we know who was here live with us and who is commenting later on in the replay. Super helpful. And we would love for you to do that for us. And what else?
I don't know. What do we got? What do we got going on?
We have a question of the day for you guys. We thought that would be interesting. So I was watching my friend Nikki. She has a podcast. She is also a yarn dyer and she has a podcast and she was showing her dishcloths. And Nikki is mostly a crocheter. And I think she actually has a few crocheted dishcloth patterns. But she is a newish knitter. So she had started knitting a dishcloth and they were funny. They were like kind of just not shaped quite right. Like all the sides weren't equal. And so it got me thinking. So I was watching this and I sent her a message with the pattern that I use for my knit dishcloths, which is like, I think it's just called Grandma's dishcloth.
That's the one that you taught me with.
Yeah, it's a super simple. You can kind of do it two ways. I believe it's free on Ravelry. And so our question of the day for you guys is, one, I guess it's a two-parter.
Yes.
Do you knit or crochet dishcloths? And if you do you have a go-to pattern that you use, or do you just have it like saved to your memory? Like, have you downloaded it straight to your brain and now you just do it out of your memory? I would be curious to know. I think it would be fun to get like a little compilation of everybody's like really favorite number one dishcloth pattern.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Because I always just use the same one.
And I just use one that I made up in my brain.
There you go. So you don't even download it to your brain.
I just do it.
Your brain created.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. That's funny. All right, so it looks like we have some people joining us. Hello, Knit Princess. I love that name.
I do too.
Hi, Tina, Betty, Gretchen. Good to see you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome.
Yes.
I feel like we have some
see you.
Fun stuff to talk about today. We don't have quite as much.
No.
And it's been a while.
It's been a while and it's been really busy.
Yeah. It's been really busy. I was sick. I was very ill. Just kidding.
She's kidding.
I had strep throat. I had strep throat when we were supposed to record last month. I had strep throat and I had like a cold on top of it. So I was feeling, like I had one foot in the grave, even though I really didn't. I was feeling pretty gross.
Very blah.
Yes. And then it was like, after that, I had something. And then the next week, Jess had an appointment. And it was just like, it was hard to.
Yeah. It's been a little crazy.
Yeah. And then we've been really busy sort of in between.
Yes.
So yeah, it is what it is. But here we are. And we're super glad to see all of you.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well, Oh, so, okay. I wanted to tell you guys, well, a couple things. One, obviously, as per usual, we have down here the QR code that you can see at the bottom of the screen. In just a second, we'll take that away. But if you are watching on a smart TV, you can hold up your camera app, like, open your camera app and then aim it at that, and it will let you, it'll bring up the link. And that link has all of the show notes for everything we're going to talk about today. Later, when this video is, I think, just published to YouTube, that link will also be in the description, so you can get to the show notes that way as well. But we figured we would pop that up on the screen for you guys to see. And I have some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's why.
So we don't get off track.
Yes,
it happens, and it's easy to do. Yeah,
it's super easy to do. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for like our getting started. Feel free to give us a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, super helpful. I won't go on and on about it, but
we would really appreciate
it. If you're new, welcome. I'm Cheryl. I'm the indie diary behind Hypnotic Yarn and Yarnable. And
I'm Jess, and I am the creator behind Jessica's Crochet and Design, and I am the right hand of the queen at Hypnotic Yarn.
Yes, Jess dyes all of the Yarnable yarn with me. So if you're a subscriber, we both dye the yarn together, and Jess helps dye yarn for shop updates, and of course, like all the other things. So Jess is my number one, as they say in Star Trek.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take this banner down. We'll put it back up later on, so if you missed it, you can get it again.
Yes.
Okay. We do have some stuff to show you guys today. But like we said, it's busy, so we haven't had a ton. Where would you like to start? Do you want to start with this, or do you want to start with whips? What do you think?
Why don't we start with that? Because one of my whips kind of segues into that.
Okay, that's a good plan.
So.
Yay. Oh, ow. I just hurt myself.
Oh, that sounded like it hurt.
It wasn't that bad. So we thought we would do a May Yarnable unboxing for you guys, because I just haven't had the bandwidth to post unboxings as I would like to, or unbaggings or whatever. I'm kind of calling it the Yarnable experience because it is kind of an experience.
Yes.
And I don't like saying Yarnable bag, and it's not in a box.
Right.
So I'm just calling it the Yarnable
experience.
I like
that. Yes, experience. I like that.
So this is the May experience.
And you get to hear me, because Cheryl gets to hear me all the time. Every single time we're doing Yarnable, I'm like, I am so excited, and I just love this, and this is my favorite. And I'm like, if you guys ever heard what it's like in the office when we're doing all of this, I am like so goofy about all of the things. So you get to hear it firsthand, because I know what's in it. I already have one. I already packed them, and I'm still like,
right. And I'm super anxious, so I spend the whole month going, I really hope everybody likes this. I really hope everybody likes this.
And I'm like, I love this.
So, all right, there's gonna be a little bit of crinkling because I did not.
Well, it's the experience.
I did not open it. Also, the yarn is not hidden, so you're gonna pretty much just see that first. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you get it, because whatever. Everyone should have their Yarnable.
Yes, at this point.
Now. So this is what it currently looks like. This is our deluxe. This is our one skein of the main color deluxe package.
Yes.
And so our deluxe, if you don't know, you get a full skein or two if you choose that, and you get one skein. No matter if you get one or two of these, you get one coordinating color. 50 gram skein.
Yep.
So that's what our deluxe members get. If you just get the normal one, you just get one or two of these in your choice of weight.
Yes.
So that's kind of what it looks like. And we label these so we know these are like our extra bags, so we know what they are. So if you buy one separately later on, we know what to send you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put the yarn aside for a second. We'll show that close up in a minute.
Yes, I'm super excited.
You want to tell them about this?
Okay, so you probably noticed that they all came, or that the goodies came in a zippered pouch. So we decided to veer away from the organza bags into something a little bit more useful. And I absolutely love these. I am so excited about these. You can use them for anything. You can throw pens in them, pencils, notions, scissors,
probably needles.
You
can probably put your needles or
so
crochet hooks.
Many things.
Yeah,
and they're super light.
You can put your makeup in it. You
Yes.
could use it as a travel
bag. Anything. Yeah. Anything. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
Yes, and we, like Jess said, we really wanted to put everything that's in the package. We would like it to have a purpose and have it be useful to you guys in some way. And although the organza bags are pretty, you know, how many of them are you really going to use? I know like a lot of people try to reuse them and regift or whatever, but I'm sure they start piling up. And at least like these have a purpose. Even if you have kids and you get, you know, you start having these pile up, like you can give them to your kids as pencil cases, like
crayons, markers, you name it.
Yeah.
This is, I love this.
Yeah.
So very excited about this. And should I tell them about the zippers? Or should I have it be a surprise?
No, you can tell them.
Okay.
Let's tell them.
So they're all different colors.
We get really excited about like the littlest things.
It's so crazy, but yes. Yeah. So the zippers on the pouches are all different colors. So like there's several colors in the box. So you could get the same color, but there are, oh gosh,
there's
probably like 10 different colors maybe.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that you're likely to get a different colored pouch.
Yeah, like most months you'll get different colors.
Like this part will stay the same. It's just the zipper that changes.
Yeah.
And I'm just, again, I'm goofy over this stuff. So I'm like,
yay.
So very exciting. So super easy to unzip.
Yep.
Love it. It still comes with your
little
scratch off card. I'm like, why can't I think of the name? So your insert card with the scratch off, and it has all of the items listed that are in the box.
Yes.
And where they came from. And there's a little did you know at the top. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a little did you know at the top and all that.
We try to make them fun, come up with some little fun things to make it interesting.
The QR code is going to tell you also what's in the box. Yeah. And doesn't this also tell you or give you suggestions or send you somewhere for like patterns?
When you scan the code, you will go to like a link tree where you can like see all kinds of different things. One of those things is you can go and see the inside Yarnable and see more information about the items, but there's also like Ravelry bundles that you can see different pattern things that we've kind of looked at and thought would work really well with the different yarn colors that we put out. I mean, there's a bunch of links in there, but yeah.
So very fun little thing to have. And you get a coupon code, which is always amazing. So what's in the bag?
Yes.
The experience.
The main experience.
So we'll start with the bigger item.
Yeah.
And we have the Unicorn Dreams Whipped Bath Soap.
Yes, we had a unicorn theme.
Yes, this month is a unicorn theme.
Unicorns are my spirit animal. I love them. I'm obsessed. I have a unicorn tattoo. Like,
it's super cute.
Most people know me for my love of sloths, but my first love is unicorns, if you didn't know.
So that's from Bella and Bear.
Yeah.
And it smells so good and it lathers up really nicely and it's really nice on your skin. So this is really, I use it
as hand soap. Like it says bath soap, which obviously is fine too. I use it as hand soap. It's like, it goes on like a cream, almost like a lotion. And then you like rinse it off and it's amazing. And it has a very light scent. And it also says it's good for people with sensitive skin, which I thought was really important. It's not a super strong, overwhelming scent.
Yes.
And it's a very mild, gentle formula. And it's like vegan and has like, it's like all good stuff.
Yes.
So,
yep.
Yes.
I was just reading that it's vegan.
Right. I can't see very well across to where the comments are, but I think is it Valeria? I'm going to just post this here. Sloths rule. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, girlfriend.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
And so the next item was the stitch stoppers. There we go. They're unicorn stitch stoppers from Fox and Pine.
Yes.
And we had
take one out while you're talking.
Yeah, so we had those in, not those, but another set of those in a different box. I think it was the
last year's December box.
And I absolutely love them. They are just amazing. Yeah. They fit so well and they work so well. And they're so fun and they're so cute to look at when you're pulling your projects out.
Like, seriously.
I love them. Love them.
Yes.
So
and Fox and Pine, the woman, I'm blanking on her name at the moment. Here we go. She is a really sweet lady. She's so great to work with. So and she has a bunch of cute stuff in her shop too. So
yes.
And I think we may start carrying stitch stoppers in the Hypnotic Yarn shop as well. So I'm excited about that.
If we don't just keep them on.
I know. There's some really cute ones out there.
It's so hard, the struggle. So then we have the needle minder. So one side is for needles for knitting and the other side is for hooks. And what this is for is to put on your projects when you take the needles or the hook away and you're using it for another project. You clip one side to the project. It's a little like lobster claw clip.
Yeah, it's like a double-sided lobster clip.
And then this side moves down these to mark which needle or hook you're using.
You just take the clip off and clip it onto the ring next to the hook or needle you're using.
Yep.
I know there was a little bit.
I have dye on my finger. I
Just has one green finger.
I have one green finger.
I have a green foot, so there was a little accident the other day.
There was slight.
I know there was some cute confusion from a few people about like how you use them, and so I probably didn't explain it super well on the insert card, but that's why this is a double-sided clip. So you can move this to whatever size you are using, hook or needle. So like one tool, both crafts. And there is a protective film on here.
That was the next thing I was going to say. You beat me to it.
So you can't, it's like almost impossible to see, but once you start, if you like kind of scratch at the corner, it'll come off and it's actually quite a bit shinier and
not as dull.
It looks a little prettier when you take that off, but I love it.
So those were all the goodies in May's experience.
Yes. And I thought, like, for me, the needle side, I thought would be really great if you use like an interchangeable set. So like, you know, you're like I know if you're like me, like I can steal the needles off of my cords, put on the little cord stoppers, and then use those needles in another project. And you know, I don't always use the same needles in a project that the pattern calls for, because if gauge is different or something, like I might need to use a different size. And if I didn't write it down, or let's be honest, I did write it down and then whatever I wrote it down on never made it into the project bag. Like literally, I was trying to work on a project the other day and my hook was not in the bag. I'm not even using that hook for anything else, but it just wasn't in my bag. And I had to go hunting for the hook. And I was like, shoot. Like I'm a hot mess when it comes to that stuff, no matter how hard I try.
And if you're anything like me, I'm like, oh, I'll totally remember.
But what I'm not planning on is
3 months from now when I go back to it, because I got caught up doing a billion other things. And then I'm going, oh, and I don't have if I'm like my granny square blanket, I don't have a pattern. I'm just doing it.
Me too.
And I stole the hook for another, because of course, all the other hooks I have that are that size are with something else. And so I took the hook, like, I totally know that I have that hook, and put it with something else. And now I'm like,
what did I do?
What size was I using again that I knew I totally wouldn't forget?
Because totally you don't plan on putting a project down and not going back to it for months, right? Like we all think we're going to pick it up the next day, and then life, and then life again and again and again. And then, like you said, it's months later and you're like, really? I can't remember what I had for dinner last night.
Never mind what I used.
So, anyway,
so love these. And I totally agree, Mindy. I need like 20 of these too. She said she needs like 20 of these.
Mindy says she needs 20. Yes. And we will have these. We do have extras, and they'll be in next month's shop update. So if you did want to snag any extras, we do have some.
Yay.
So
It's always fun when there's extras to be snagged.
Right. And Mary said, love your boxes. Well, we love you, Mary. Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we do.
That means a lot.
Yes. I'm just going to put these
back
over here.
Yes, because we snagged one of these right out of inventory so that we could show everybody.
Yes.
So you might want to see the yarn.
Yeah,
huh?
So I'll let you.
I was just like moving on.
Right.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
Here's the yarn. It's a little blown out here. This is better.
Oh, there you go. Oh my gosh, yes.
Right. So it has this like bit of minty green and then this like pastel aqua, a very pastel pink on a very pastel gray base. And it is called Unicorn Dreamscape. I always try to make the labels match the yarn or the theme or something if I can. I don't know. For me, it's like those little details make a big difference. I don't know if anybody really cares or notices, but to me, I feel like, I
love it.
If I can, then I'm going to. Yes. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So our plush sock is our 8515 superwash merino nylon. We love this base, super soft, like great for everything. It's just, I don't know. I think it's like a perfect yarn base. Because there's really nothing you can't do with it, in my opinion.
Me too.
But yeah, this is what it looks like. And if you watch the Crazy Sock Lady podcast, or if you follow her on Instagram, she is knitting her Rhinebeck Roomies sock in this yarn right now. And I think she has one sock like almost completed, and she just showed a picture of it. And oh my God, it was so pretty.
Oh.
It was so pretty. It's just such a delicate, like,
yes.
And I think a lot of people are surprised by the color because they were expecting like, I don't know, like, bright, like unicorns, you know, and it was a bit more on the subdued side, which I don't know. I just thought was really pretty and fun and different.
Yes.
And then if you are a deluxe member, you got our Starlight Gallop. Oh gosh, it is really getting blown out, but it's a super pretty pale yellow with a little bit of a like yellowish gold green speckle sort of. And that's what they look like together. And they're so pretty.
Oh, yes. That looks, you can see it very well.
This is pretty accurate.
Yeah. So pretty.
Oh, I can't wait to use this together.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. And Jess actually has.
I do. I have some.
She can show
we
it.
We can segue into that.
So this was the set if you got the deluxe.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I feel like the deluxe, the 50 gram pairing, like every month I'm just like, I feel kind of bad if you don't get the 50 gram because I try to make the main color stand alone. Like if, you know, you don't need the 50 gram to like, for the theme to make sense.
Right.
But I just feel like when you have it, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? So pretty. It's just like that cherry on top. I don't know. I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah. All right. I'll just put that with this.
You can put that with that.
Okay.
No worries. So did you want me to actually show it worked up? Okay.
Yes. Let's do it.
So that will go into my whip. So it's my Year of Yarnable Granny Square blanket. Mm-hmm. It's the May isn't on the blanket yet. So I'm just going to show you the squares, but this is the main colorway, what it looks like worked up.
Isn't it so pretty?
It's so delicate and pretty. I love it.
I feel like that's rude to say since I dyed it, but still, come on, that's very pretty.
It's super pretty. And then this is the deluxe. The deluxe coordinating.
I love it. Do you have the blanket with you?
I do have the blanket with me. So I can definitely show the blanket itself. But I just thought these are so pretty and they're going to look so pretty added to the blanket. I can't even.
Yes.
But I just love, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but I don't know if you can see all the little
speckles, the little darker gold points and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And it's so pretty on this side too. This is the wrong side.
And your stitches are like just so perfect. Just as crochet, just like every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It's so pretty.
But I can't get enough of.
And you're holding the fingering weight yarn single, right?
Single. Yep.
And how many rows are you doing?
It's 10. I believe it's 10.
10.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am corrected.
Yeah,
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So there's 11 rounds, I guess, would probably be the correct squares.
Because we did some mathing, right, to kind of figure out how big the blanket should sort of
based
be,
off of the grams,
how much yarn we could get into it to make sure we used as much as we could, and and get like a good pattern going with the regular skein and the 50-gram skein, and
exactly.
Yeah.
But it gives you a chance to also see how it works up when it's crocheted versus knit.
Yes.
So in this particular technique, because obviously depending on what you're doing,
it really distributed the colors very well.
It really did, and it came out so pretty. I just love it.
Yeah,
love it. So, did you want me to show my Year of Yarnable?
Yes, pull it out. While you do, I'm going to pull up this comment from Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D. Oh my God,
I love that name.
She says she loves her Yarnable. Thank you. That is so nice. We do try. We try to make it fun and enjoyable every single month.
Yes.
But guys, if you haven't seen this yet, or even if you have, it's worth another look because it's so pretty. I'm so jealous of this blanket. I feel like next year I want to do this blanket.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind. So this is a continuous join, or like join as you go. And so that's why I like these, because she hasn't put the 50-gram coordinating ones.
Yes.
This is April's main color.
And then these are the coordinating for the April.
So if you kind of look how the colors go, this is January's main color, February, March.
Yep.
April.
Yep.
And there'll be 2 here. So the pattern stays the same.
Yep.
It's the main color, coordinating color, 1 main color, 1 coordinating color.
Yep.
And then 2 again on the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the pattern.
Yeah. And then this is May's that will go on top of April's. I'm just going to put that down.
Yeah.
Actually, I could just do this.
Right.
So May's will go on top of April's.
Well, you know what? And I'll do this. So you'll have the blue and yellow coordinating next to each other.
Yeah.
So pretty. I love these two together.
So pretty.
Like, seriously.
Right. And then these.
I feel like you could just, if you were a deluxe member, you could also just collect these 50 grams and like make it like, you know what I mean? Like they kind of go together on their own.
Yeah.
If you like, because this goes with this and like this and this, like they all look so good together.
Yes. So was it 1 skein per color? So yes, I did 1 skein it was all the fingering weight, and it was the 100-gram skein for the main color, so which gave me 5 squares, and then the 50-gram for the coordinating gave me 2. But I do have yarn left over.
Yeah.
So I can show you.
So like the 1 skein deluxe box, like we just showed you, does this blanket. It's like 1 skein of fingering weight, 100-gram, 150-gram.
So this is what I had left over for 50-gram.
That's quite a bit.
It is. It is quite a bit.
Like that would be enough for like heels and toes
on a sock. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And you probably used most of the 100-gram, I'm guessing.
Yes. So this is what's left.
Oh,
I have hooks flying everywhere.
That's still quite a bit.
So this is what I have left for.
That's also enough for like heels and toes, or if you were doing like a
and like consistently
cozy memory blanket or something.
Yeah,
you could pop those in. Yeah.
So that's what's left of April's, and this is what's left of May's. So 5
and this has
squares.
Such a nice feel. Like it's not stiff. It's like very soft and drapey and like light. It's not like crazy heavy.
Yes.
But I feel like because it's wool, like it'll definitely give you warmth.
Yes.
But it's not like a big stiff blanket.
Right.
It is And I'm going to include myself. I have nothing to do with that. She's using bear yarn.
Yeah,
just undyed.
Just an undyed neutral bear yarn. I didn't want to take away from, I wanted the colors to pop and I didn't want to take away from them because they're so pretty on their own.
I love this so much.
I do too.
I'm going to do it next year with my Yarnable.
Like, little secret. I probably have told people this before, but I'll say it again. This is the first blanket I've ever made for myself.
Yeah.
Like I've been crocheting for a really long time, like decades. And this is the first blanket that I've made for me. So I'm very excited about this.
Right. Because I asked Jess, I said, oh, I think it would be really fun to do like one big project with all of the Yarnable yarn. So we're talking about it. And, you know, and so I think like, I wasn't sure if she thought like, oh, like it's going to be for the shop, like a shop sample or something.
And I totally did.
Right. And I was like, and I'm like, and no, I mean, you keep the blankets, you're making it, but I just think it would be really cool to see all the yarns worked up and have, you know, hopefully we can write up the pattern for this.
I do want to,
because I'm going to need to make it next year. So at least by the end of the year, we'll have it so I can start on January's of 2024.
Yes.
So,
and I love it. And I love the fact like it's a one skein per, you know, row project. So it's not something that you're like, I have to get the same color. And, you know, if I have to move to a 2 skein box, it kind of gives you the opportunity to use your yarn in other ways if you choose to.
Yeah. And it's a good way to just be like, okay, this isn't going to just sit around.
Yes.
Like it has a purpose.
Yeah.
And so it's every single month has a purpose already.
Yes.
It's not like, okay, well, this one set has a purpose, but now what am I going to do with these other 11?
Right.
Whatever.
And they play so nice together.
Yeah.
All the colors just look so pretty. Yeah. I just love it. I love it.
Thank you. I'm so in love with it too.
Told you I'm goofy over this stuff.
All right. I'm going to show my blanket, even though I have not made that much progress, but I do have a little bit. So I'll show mine. Mine is not with Yarnable. Mine is just using kind of scrap yarns and yarns that I have. So this is what I had done last month, and it's not changed a whole lot. So I'm color blocking, and I'm going to do, I don't know how many, like maybe 4 across and however many tall. So I'm just color blocking. So as I find yarns that all sort of look like they would live in the same house, I'm putting them
they would all play nice
together. Yeah. Say if you saw them all on the playground, you would be like, yeah, that makes sense. So this is what I've done so far. And then I started on yellow. So, here's my sort of like yellow. I guess this is like kind of my gold. It's
Will
not
this
like
go next to the pink?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. It might, or could go next to the green.
Yeah,
I feel like they could kind of go anywhere.
It could go anywhere. It's so pretty.
Because they're just, because of the blocks, how the blocks of colors work out, because these are already like coordinated. It's like they don't have to perfectly match what's next to it, you know?
Maybe we'll swap. Maybe next year I'll do this.
Right.
And you do mine.
Ooh.
That might be fun.
That could be fun. Right? So I have these 2 done. This is a skein I've had in my stash for, oh my goodness, forever. It is from, oh my gosh, what is her name? Well, her name is Allison, and her business is Lofty Loops. This was from Lofty Loops, and it was like pecan something, and I loved it.
It's
and I think we had done a swap or something, so I got that. And then this.
Good for you for remembering. I can't,
because it was like one of my favorite skeins. I had been hoarding it, and I think this might be from So Happy Jane. I could be wrong.
Okay,
I could be wrong, but that's these 2, and then I started this square that will go onto it.
Ooh.
This is from Arkansas Yarn Co.
That's really pretty.
And I think I got this in a swap. So what I'm doing, my squares are fingering weight held double, and they are 5 rounds. So I'm doing a continuous join as you go, and my join sort of looks like this barber poling. So there's no there's no joined yarn. They're just all right on top of each other. And so what I'm doing is I make my granny squares. I do 4 rounds, and then I sort of just set them aside. And because I have to join on my 5th round. So I do up to the 4th round, and then I can kind of figure out how I want to place them. So I do like the bulk of it, 4. And then when I'm going to join, I'll do the 5th, because you kind of start it, and then your 5th round is when you're joining. Okay. And then you go around and around. So it's just called, I think, the continuous join for a closed granny square. Mine are closed, so they don't have all the holes. They just have like these little like apple seeds that sort of continue to. I love that.
I do too.
I love it so much.
I do too. It almost gives it like an argyling.
Yeah, it's a little bit more fiddly. But I love it. I don't care. I love it. So I have that, and I have this, and then I will show you the other yarns that I'm sort of planning on putting in to my yellow. I have it in a little sloth cake koozie. Look at that guy.
So cute.
So cute. It doesn't actually, I have a project bag that matches this. I have another sloth bag, but it's not the one that goes with that cake koozie, but it does kind of match this bag. These are all from Brienne of Cookie and Bees, but she is no longer in business or making bags. So I have this gold. Ooh. Like it's a very gold, and I thought it kind of goes nice with these.
Yeah, it does.
And this.
It really does.
And then this is from Ink Sheet Fibers. This was a mini skein. I can do all of these with a 20-gram mini held double. My squares, and I have a little left over. So this is from Ink Sheet Fibers. I don't know that she's dyeing yarn anymore either. I'm not sure. I don't think she is, though.
I don't think she is.
And then I have this. This is from Malabrigo. And this is sort of like a gold leaning brown. Whoops.
Yeah, this one reminds me of honey.
Yeah. And I feel like, they all kind of like, they're not the same, but they're very, they make sense.
Yes. They complement each other. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
There it is, Jess.
And I have this very pale mini. This is something that I had dyed a long time ago. It was just in my stash. I have that. And
that's a very light.
That's all I have right now.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. And so I need 3 more to finish the square. I'll need 3 more colors. Yep. So maybe I'll use my this, although it's very similar to that, but maybe I'll use this, and then I don't know, I'll have to figure out something else. But yeah, that's what I've got going on.
Very nice.
And I have most of my blues picked out, but I don't have those all with me. I'll show them when I start working on the blue bundle. But I am loving this too. I feel like mine, because I'm holding it double, it does feel a little thicker.
Yes.
But yeah, I like it. And I'm just doing a border around each square, so they kind of like stand on their own,
Yes.
But anyway, I love it.
So pretty.
Love it. All right. Let's see. Just checking the comments. Yes. Sorry. All right. Well, thank you.
Are those the dyers that are still in business? Are they in the show notes?
Yes, but I think. Oh, you know what? Arkansas Yarn Co. might not be, but I can add her in. After.
Okay.
But So Happy Jane is. Nikki is in there. I don't think she's in here, but she's in the show notes because we talked about her. So I can add Arkansas Yarn Co. But yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but I think like I said, a few others are not doing anything. So that's it for my blanket. Do you wanna
okay. Are you done with your whips?
No, I have another one.
You have another one. So it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. So the last time we were live with you, I had said I was going to start, or I had just barely started the Yesteryear top, I believe it's called. I have it right here.
Right here.
Right here. Yes, the Yesteryear top. And it's like almost like a cap sleeve or like a sleeveless tee. for the summer.
Super pretty.
Thank you.
So pretty. I would be intimidated. I'd be like,
And so it is very much kind of like doily in a sense. So
are you going to make it cropped like that? Or
no, I'm going to make it full length because no. I love crop length and I think it looks wonderful on just about everybody I've ever seen it on, but I'm not there.
I would not.
I think I was there maybe
that's not for
20
me.
plus years ago, but not now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is my progress on the top. So I have all of the,
can you even?
So all of the yoke work, I don't know how else to say that,
like
is done. Like the doily looking part of it.
The lace, that's like lace work, right?
Yeah, it is lace weight yarn. So that's all done. I did
lace weight yarn, you guys. She's making a top out of lace weight yarn.
This was the yarn that flew off of my Swift.
She just passed by that like it wasn't even the craziest thing you've ever heard in your life.
It is lace weight. And
bananas.
I did join. So the sleeves are joined and I'm working on the
Look
body.
Look at these little sleeves.
I know. Aren't the sleeves so cute?
They're precious.
So I'm super excited.
I'm so jealous of the fact that you're going to have this.
So, and obviously it's going to need to be blocked and stuff once it's done, but I am very, very excited about this. Gorgeous. I think it's going to be super cute.
And what yarn is this?
That is, you know what?
This isn't ours. Right?
No. Do I have?
How dare you? How dare you?
We don't. Other yarn. I know. Well, if we had dyed that other yarn sooner, I would have used that. The one that we dyed.
The
lace
linen.
The biffle. But is it
BFL?
Yeah.
Biffle.
I don't know. The biffle. That biffle.
That's what we're gonna call BFL from now on.
So
100%.
This is. I don't know if it's Jagger spun or Jagger spun. Because sometimes they don't pronounce, they pronounce the J as a Y, but it's Jagger spun. And it's wool silk lace.
Cool.
From Springvale, Maine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm assuming it's Jagger, brother. I'm going to assume it's Jagger.
Yeah, or Jaeger.
or Jaeger.
And it was stash yarn?
It was stash yarn. Yep. I totally was like, oh, I have lace weight. I can use that.
Perfect.
So, yep. Love it. Making myself a little summer top. And
so gorgeous. And I feel like it's going pretty quick considering it's lace weight yarn.
And I'm down to like the no-brainer stuff where it's just you're continuously doing just the repeat. And then after, I believe it's at some point, I don't know how many rows or rounds, I should say, it does change, but not by much. Okay. It's like you add an extra like chain in or something.
Right.
I will say the pattern is really great. It's easy to follow, but there are some inconsistencies. So if you're somebody who really needs things very written out and can't, draw conclusions, it might be a little tricky. It got me a couple of times.
So like if you're Cheryl, don't attempt this pattern.
Well, it was one of those things where in one portion of the pattern, it was just written out. And then in the next one, it would actually tell you to skip, like in the same instruction, it would then tell you skip this double crochet, but it didn't say that in the first half.
Oh.
And I'm like, so initially I'm like going and I'm like, wait, what's happening?
Right.
I don't understand. Like this looks different. And then I had to go back and I'm like, oh, I should have skipped that one. And they didn't write to skip that one in the first bit of the instruction. And then like in the next step, they said to skip it. So just as a word of warning, if you do,
if you don't know what you're doing and feel pretty confident in making those calls, you might be a little lost.
Yeah. So just letting you know, it's a great pattern. It's working up quickly. It's written well.
Yeah.
except for that one thing.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. I mean, some of you might be like, Jess, that's nothing.
If you make it now, you can just ask Jess because she'll
right? Know. Yes, message me. I'll be like, oh, girl, I got you.
There you go. That's awesome. I love it. It's so pretty.
It's
Thank you. Pretty.
I can't wait to wear it.
I need to take this stitch marker off. I have a very inappropriate stitch marker on my...
Oh, that's right. That one.
On my project. It is hilarious.
It is.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of the cursive words. There's a very strong... I'll show you the back of it so you can't see the cursive word on it. It's like a conversation heart.
Ooh.
It's like a conversation heart stitch marker or like lobster claw progress keeper, but it has a very strong word on it.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Everybody's gonna be like, oh, I can't like tease like that.
No. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
So I'm doing a campsite cardi by Alicia Plummer. Same one I had been working on, the same one I finished before in the blue yarn. If you saw our first make chat, and I think I wore it in our second make chat. I had done that one out of a cashmere merino something yarn that I had dyed. And this one I am doing out of not yarn that I dyed. I don't have the tags with me, but yes, I do. It's Brooklyn Tweed.
Oh, that's right.
And it's their Arbor base, and it is a non-superwash DK weight yarn. It's 100% American Targi.
It's very pretty.
So it's definitely like a whole different sweater. It's not anything like knitting the same sweater again or cardigan again. Because the wool is so different.
Yes.
This is very bouncy and springy. The other one is very like drapey and flowy. Love both. I've been able to try this on now because I've separated for the sleeves and I've got some length. So I was able to try it on and I absolutely love it, but it's going to look and wear and feel different. So I love this pattern. The pattern calls for an eyelet, all over the, like once you separate, I think for the sleeves, and it's like eyelets all over the back. I'm not doing the eyelets. I will never do the eyelets. I just have no desire to do that.
Yeah.
So what I am doing is, because the yarn was for a different pattern originally, I didn't have enough to do the whole thing in like one color. So I decided I was going to add some stripes. And I think when I showed it last time, this is like the inside, obviously, but I had like just finished this stripe. So I did 15 of the stripe, and then 10, and then 10, 10, 15. Okay. And then that's going to be like the repeat of my stripes. So the main color is always going to be 10, but I'm going to alternate between 15 and 10 on the color so I can turn the whole thing around.
Yeah.
And that's what it's looking like so far.
Oh, I love the colors. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. I'm hoping I'm going to have enough for the sleeves, the stripes on the sleeves. Yeah. I think I will. I hope. If I don't, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure that out.
Yep.
But yeah, I love it. This is, I have this stitch marker on here, or progress keeper. It's a little chihuahua with his tongue sticking out. I have a little chihuahua whose tongue is always sticking out. This is from Simply Serving. She has the most amazing polymer clay stitch markers ever. Love them.
So cute.
Super cute. And then I do have my unicorn, so you can see how those work. I have my unicorn stitch stoppers, and these I think fit on needles from like 2 to 13 or something. I have used these on my size.
Yep, 2 to 13.
Yeah, I've used them on my size 17 needles. So
that's crazy.
They fit on pretty much anything because it's just these are like silicone. So you can just like jam your needle right up in there. But yeah, so this is my thing. I didn't bring the other yarn, but I think the next stripe is going to be a navy blue. And then I have a mustard yellow. So that is what I'm going to do, unless I decide I don't have enough for the sleeves. And then I may hold back the mustard yellow and just do like all the stripes on the sleeves mustard yellow. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. But that's what we got. I love it. I love how I'm not the best at like making my own like stripe patterns and things like that, and like yarn management and all the things. Not necessarily like my zone of genius, but I think I'm doing okay.
Yes, so I love that. I love
it.
how it looks. It's very pretty.
Thank you. This is the stripe I'm working on now. This is the color.
Wow. It's so funny how it looks.
This is the main color.
Slightly different, like in the hank as opposed, or in the ball as opposed to like in contrast.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When
like
you see it
the
in contrast,
it
looks darker, and when you look at it alone, I don't think it looks as,
it looks lighter,
like more muted. But yeah. So that's that, and then so here's the problem. Herein lies the stripe dilemma. Oh my God.
Oh no.
We're just gonna reel this yarn in. Where is the end? What has happened?
Oh no.
I don't. Okay. Something. Oh, I know. This is a different yarn. That's why.
Yes.
I'm winding my main color around this contrast color. They're very.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. This is all I have left of the first stripe.
Oh.
However, I've already done, because I already separated for the sleeves, I've already done this stripe on the sleeve. So, excuse me, I have this much yarn left, and I need to do a 10-row stripe on each sleeve. But the sleeves are going to be a much smaller diameter.
Right.
So
you might.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to split this in half. This tiny little, it's not going to work. I don't know who I'm kidding. This is not going to be enough. I am going to split this in half, and then I haven't made a decision yet, but maybe what I'll do is do the same number of rows. So say 10, 10, 10. So 30 rows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Figure out how many rows of this I can get per little ball if I split them in two.
Yep.
And then just do like make up this for the rest of the stripe. Like, you know what I mean? If I need 30 rows, like maybe I only get 5 stripes.
Right.
So maybe then I like split those to 5 and then whatever. Like split the difference. Does that make sense? In my head, it makes sense. So it's not going to match up, but it'll match up as far as like here, like the proportions will match up. But the stripe will just be smaller here.
Smaller, right.
So it'll be like more white, and then a smaller blue or green here.
That makes sense.
So that it just won't be quite as big, but when you put your arm down, it's going to
line up.
Over this. Line up. Thank you. My God.
You are welcome.
I just used a lot of words to say not a lot of things. Imagine what it's like working with me. Just imagine.
It's all right.
It's a scary, scary place.
It's really not. It's wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
You should see most of our days are just me wandering around the office going, where's my phone? Where's my drink? Where's my water? Where's my purse? And then them all like yelling out where my stuff is because I can't know where anything is. Anyway.
It's all good.
All right.
We love it.
I have some acquisitions to show. That's everything I have.
Okay.
I don't have any finished. Oh, you have something.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm wearing, and I'll stand up so you can get the full effect. If I can move my chair back. So it is the Carlton cocoon sweater. So it actually, I don't know if you can. So it actually comes down to a point in the front, and it's got a bit of, and then it comes up in the back.
It's perfect for today because it's kind of like a chilly but sunny day.
Super comfy. It's nice and warm, but light at the same time. Like it's not cumbersome. So it's something that can be worn on a nice 60-degree day and you're not going to feel overheated, but you're also not going to feel chilly. I absolutely love this. I made this. I can't even tell you how many years ago I made this. And
it looks like a blanket you can wear.
Yes. And it's held up. It's
It feels like cotton.
It's a cotton.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just so comfy and it's held up really, really well.
Looks like it would be good even like by the pool if it's cotton, like, or outside, like, you know what I mean? Like if you wanted just something as a throw over like a bathing suit or something.
Yes. So I throw this on. This kind of goes with me.
Wow.
Like I think like when we went away last year, this was in my suitcase. Like I believe I wore it a couple of times to Sub Summit. So
Nikki said, what's the pattern again?
It's the Carlton cocoon sweater.
And I do have it linked in our show notes, and I will flash up that link in a bit too.
And it works up really quickly. I wash and dry this in the machines. I don't do anything special with it. I don't even block it. It comes out perfect every time. And it will, like, obviously as you wear it, it gets a little bit longer. And but I love that. I love that it has that ability to just kind of like, I don't know, it's just super.
Right. It like almost like fits to you, your person after a while.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you just feel like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It looks really good on you too. It's like a good fit. Like it, you know what I mean? It doesn't look bulky.
Yes. And it really is. It's one of those items, like you can put it over a cute little summer dress. You could wear it over with like jeans and a t-shirt and
overalls. Oh my God, it'd be so cute over like a little pair of like overall shorts. And then like if you had a tank top on, but you wanted like something.
Yep. It's incredibly versatile.
Yeah.
So it's one of my favorites. Highly recommend. Really quick and easy. Yeah. And it's in the show notes. So when we put up the QR code, you can find a link to the Ravelry pattern.
Yes. Yeah. Love it.
Yes.
Okay. I have two, I think. Yeah. 2 acquisitions. And I don't have any, I did not finish anything. I barely really worked on anything. Gosh, it's been a month. But I have 2 acquisitions that I wanted to show you guys. One is, so I do a couple of yarn swaps like every single month, which I love. And I got these in and they blew me away. I love them and I love them together. So I'll show you the other one and then I'll show you them together. Because I want to use them together, but I don't know how because they're 2 different weights. So I've got to figure out like, well, you'll see. But anyway, this is from my friend Nikki at Avery Lane Creations. And isn't this blue?
It's beautiful.
Like blue periwinkle. I don't know if you can see like there's some dark green in there.
Yes.
Love it. This is on a DK weight. It's called Butterfly Bliss is the colorway name. And it's on DK.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. And that's her little tag. And I really like this color, but I like it when I pair it with the other one. I like it even more, like together. Oh, gorgeous. So this is the other one. This is from my friend Heather at So Happy Jane. Heather is super sweet, amazing lady and talented yarn dyer. And this yarn.
That's really pretty too.
Like this is my jam. Like this color. Although, like, I love the neutrals, but I like the style of it. Yeah. But that's a fingering weight, and it's a 75-25.
Oh, this is so pretty. These are my jam, too.
Right? It's so pretty.
They are so pretty. I'll just kind of peel apart so you can see the speckles. They're super pretty.
Right? And then I think,
again, don't mind my green finger.
Together.
Oh, my gosh.
Because this has, like, little pops of green in it.
Yes.
And I just feel like when I say together, I mean held double together, like held, like not in the same project, but like as one yarn.
Yes.
So I would have a DK weight and a fingering weight. So, I mean, would I call that a worsted? Like, should I look for like a worsted, like maybe a hat?
Or an Aran, yeah.
Because, well, I feel like 2 DKs together would maybe be more like an Aran, because isn't Aran heavier than worsted?
Oh, I thought it was lighter, but I could be.
I think it was worsted and then Aran.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have sport, DK, worsted, Aran weight, bulky. Okay. Yeah. Either way, I'm thinking if I hold these together, like it's probably not quite a worsted, but it would probably be pretty close enough to do. Yeah. Because all I have is these 2 skeins, so I can't do like a huge project. And I'm not like really a shawlette person, but maybe like a cowl. Gretchen says, could you hold the fingering double together with mohair? Yes, I could. I could also hold it. I could just hold this double, with this, and then it would probably
officially be
like a worsted. Or I could add a mohair in and just go crazy with the whole thing. I love it.
It's super pretty.
I love them together. But I've got to figure out a good pattern. If you guys think of a good pattern, I don't do a lot of like worsted stuff. So if you come up with something, hit me up. Send me a message. Knit. Don't send me a crochet pattern. As much as I love it, I just cannot do it.
She'd be like, here, Jess.
Here, make this for me, please. Please make me something with the pretty. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I love it. Can't do it. I've tried. The granny squares I can do.
Yes.
I feel like I've got those on lockdown, like granny squares all day. But anything else, I'm not very good at. So I don't know. I can't read the patterns. I don't understand what they say. It's too many words.
Yeah, you don't like all the words.
Too many words. Just give me like very little.
These are so pretty.
Right? So
I love those.
They go so well. Like this has small little pops of that like green teal. It might be hard to see, but those darker colors are similar to like these darker green. And then it has like the purple that this has in it. I don't know. I could probably find another yarn that went well with it. And where this is DK and this is fingering, I could hold it double. If I only held this single, I could hold it double with this and with another and sort of like fade them. Yeah. So if I could do a bigger project like that, I don't know.
That could be something.
It could be something. We'll see. Maybe next time we show up, I'll be like, look what I did.
I did a thing.
It may or may not be good. Who knows?
It could be magnificent.
Right. The other thing I got, so last knit chat or make chat we did, I showed you the needle case that I had got from Della Cute, and I absolutely loved it. And then Kim, who works with us as well, she bought one of these, and I'm about to show you. And then I had to buy one of these because they are on sale, and they are still on sale. I checked this morning.
Get one.
They are on sale for $35, and it'll be the best. Like I almost swore it'll be the best $35 you've ever spent. And I think they're shipping us like a $5 flat rate. So for $40, prepare yourself.
Yes.
Pretty awesome. I have not used it. I haven't even, because I wanted to show you how pretty like they packaged it. It came like for $35. I just felt like, wow, this is special.
Yes. From Jimmy Beans, right?
Yeah, I got it from Jimmy Beans Wool, and it's their Della Q line. And it is like, it's like a waxed canvas sort of ish. Yeah, it's kind of like a waxed canvas. So it looks like this, and it's like a leather on the bottom and like the wax canvas. I got the mustardy color. What?
It's the whole like every time you say mustard, and I'm like chartreuse. It's an inside. It's like ridiculous.
I can't say chartreuse.
I can't in my brain.
So they have this really pretty pink color, which is what I think Kim got. And the reason I didn't get the pink, although I loved it, was because my needle case that I got is in this sort of same thing. It's orange, and I thought this would go, it's just like kind of as a set would look better. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it had tissue paper. I think I may have removed that in my excitement. It had tissue paper. But
sometimes we just cannot contain ourselves.
Right. So this is the case. It is called their, I think, Maker's Canvas Portfolio. Again, it is linked in the show notes.
I think it says it on here. Yep, portfolio.
Yeah. So that's the front. The back has a zipper pocket. Sweet. And the back is all the same sort of like wax canvas. So it's not like as you use it, it gets more and more like warm looking and everything. So exciting. So it has two like zippered compartments. And I got it because like Kim fit so much stuff in hers.
She really did.
That it was ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to need that too. So let me start with this side. It has all of these like pockety things that you can put, I think like your crochet hooks in or needles or just whatever. It has all of these pockets that you could put needles in. Or like, I mean, I don't know, like I think my interchangeable set I might put in here, and my cords and like all of that stuff, because I don't really have a good, the case that it came with, mine's really old. I've had it for many, many years, and it's by Knitter's Pride. I can't remember. It's the Carbons. It's like Karbonz. But the case, it's like, it's held it like the needles are held in with little elastic loops and they slide out, and it's like it's just not the best. So I thought like, oh, look at all these pockets that you could put, I don't know, all kinds of stuff into.
Yeah.
And then it has all of these loops that again, you could use for needles or crochet hooks or just whatever. And then you have this whole other side. It has these stickers that you can put, like if you put needles on things, you can put stickers that say it has the millimeters.
Oh,
so
it
says
you could
like
put them on you could even put them on the little.
It's to put on these. This
yeah.
is what it's for.
Oh, okay. I thought I got it.
You put these on here. So if
pay attention.
If you're storing your needles, like it says US 1 2.25 or like whatever that is, and you can put stickers on there.
That's awesome.
And then it has.
I love that.
Oh, it came with a little what are these called, Jess? Like a tapestry needle?
Yes.
It came with a little tapestry needle. It has 2 more pockets. Like, what? 2 more pockets.
Yep. For notions and scissors.
Yep.
And so pretty.
And you guys, I bought this with my own money. They have no idea.
that you're even talking
about it, but it has, I don't know, this little thing. I don't know what this is for exactly. It kind of keeps it, I guess, from just like it keeps it.
Yeah, from flopping.
Yeah, it's sort of, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's neat.
And then you've got like this big pocket here. I can't get my fingernails on the other side. But see, it has this big pocket here.
Yeah, you can see it too. Yeah.
Kim fit, I think, every single needle all of her needles, all of her crochet hooks, like she fits so much stuff in this. And so I figured between this and the needle case that I have, this is going to be everything. Like I could put all my notions in here, all my hooks. Right now, my hooks are just in like a little Tupperware container, like one of those like disposable, whatever. Like my stuff, aside from my needles that I just put in that case, there's no organization.
Yeah.
And I've been all about recently the organization. I organized all my yarn in those big bog bags I showed you guys last time. And I've organized my closet, but I want to keep it from turning into a big explosion.
Yes.
Because that can happen so fast, right?
Yes. Here, I want to hand that to you.
But
I also want to say it has this little
booklet.
Yeah, but it's like you can write in it. So it's got little, and it's almost got like
like a little journal, like a little bullet journal.
And how cute. It says life is what you make of it on the front.
Yeah.
And then the first page says needles and yarn lead to a state of peace, a state of being present, being mindful wherever you are.
Aww.
I'm like, oh, I love that.
That's so cute.
Crafting for the heart.
Their
That's super
line
cute.
is quite nice. It's a very
that.
like materials are very high quality. And again, $35, you guys. And
it's crazy. Oh, and it's got the little to carry. Yep.
I mean,
everything you need in one space.
It's perfect.
I love it.
It is just perfect.
I need to get one.
Yeah, $35.
I know, you can't beat that.
I believe they are $35 because they might be discontinuing them. So if you wanted to snag this deal, do it before they're sold out, because I'm assuming they're going to sell out of these and then not restock them. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think this is like a little, I don't know. Is that a thing? So anyway, isn't that the best? That's not a thing. It's just like a little tag.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's just telling you that it's recyclable, like the materials.
Okay. So anyway, love it. Absolutely cannot get enough of these cases. And I think, and they have like big bags, like project bags, like that, like messenger bags, duffel bags, like that. If you're traveling for your projects and things, they've got all kinds of stuff, but I feel like it's really hard to find really good organizational stuff for our needles and all of our little bits and bobs.
Yep. Keeping it all in one little compact space
that like looks
very
really
difficult.
Nice and that like isn't going to cost $1 bazillion and all the things. So super excited about that. Okay. I think that's all I have.
I think so too.
Oh, I think we're going to talk about some shop news too.
Oh, yes.
Let me just consult my notes.
Notes.
Hold, please. Hold, please. Yeah, shop notes. Or news or shop whatever. News. My notes, your news.
Yes.
Last time we were on here, we told you guys we were going to do an advent calendar. Yes. In the words of Maury Povich, that was a lie. It was an unintentional lie. We were absolutely going to do an advent calendar. However, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of work that we're doing, right? And I think as much as we would love to do an advent or countdown or whatever you want to call it, it's a lot of extra yarn.
It is.
Even if we do a 12 skein, that's still, you know, depending on how many people order it, like it's like over 1,000 skeins of yarn,
it's, you know,
to like dye and then twist and then label and all the things. And I just don't know that we can get it done effectively and make it worth your money.
Yes.
To offer that.
Yes.
And I'm not going to put out something that I don't think is going to be the most awesome thing in the world for you guys. So we came up with
there is a
alternative. Right. But wait. There's more.
There's better news.
Yes. So we start with the bad news. But the good news is we do want to do something.
Yes.
So we're going to do.
And I'm actually more excited about
I am so excited. Cannot stop. I've been messaging everybody. We use this app. It's called Voxer. And it's basically like a walkie-talkie app on your phone. So you can like walkie-talkie message like your friends. And so I walkie-talkie Voxer everybody, and I talk all the time about this stupid thing. It's not stupid. It's great.
Not. It's awesome.
They're probably so sick of hearing me talk about it and my ideas for it. But we're going to do a Christmas cast-on box. Christmas Eve cast-on box.
Very excited.
Yes. And I mean, obviously, like, you know, you don't have to use it for Christmas Eve. You could do it for Christmas Day. You could do it for New Year's. You could do it for whatever you want.
Anytime you want.
Anytime, any, you know, holiday season festivity cast on you would like to enjoy it in, you could open it and use it for. But we're calling it the Christmas Eve cast on box. We're going to have two options. You are going to be able to choose. We're going to share some sort of inspiration photo or color palette or something so that you can kind of get an idea of what the theme for each one is going to be. There's going to be a Victorian vintage theme, and there's going to be a traditional sort of like country like farmhouse decor style, like that sort of color theme. So you're going to have two options. We're going to have some inspiration stuff so you can see which is which and make a choice. And there's going to be extras, and there's going to be all kinds of fun stuff for your Christmas Eve cast on, and it's going to be fabulous. And you're going to have the opportunity to buy as many skeins of the yarn as you would like. So there won't be a pattern. You can pick your own, whatever you want to cast on for Christmas Eve. If you want socks, great, you just get one skein. But if you want something bigger, you will be able to order, you get the box and then X number of additional skeins.
Right.
So, and they'll be full-size 100-gram skeins.
Yes.
And that'll be a lot more manageable for us to handle. And it'll allow us to put like all of our creative energy and all of our excitement into like all the stuff that's going to go in the boxes and just make the box super duper cool and fun and
amazing.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's going to be so great.
It is. So,
and I've seen some of the inspiration photos ish.
Yes.
Like some of the things, and I'm not going to lie. Like,
yeah. And we have some like really cool ideas about how to theme both boxes. So like, it's not just a box full of stuff, but it'll be kind of very themed. Depending on, you know, which one you get. The items will kind of be the same, but they'll both be themed to their own boxes.
Right.
So it'll be, you know, if you got one of each, like you would get same items, but they would be different, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Same, but different. So you could actually get one of each and have them not be like identical aside from the yarn, you know, they'll be a little different.
The concept will be the same, but the design might be different.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're really excited. We are traveling. Jess and I are traveling. We're leaving on the 30th.
Yes.
So we're going to be in Texas. And then when we come back is probably when we will release them.
Yes.
So sometime by like mid-June is when they will go up for pre-order. And we'll probably ship them, I would say, like we usually do, like very end of October, early November. So that way you have them in plenty of time and you can open them at any point that you would like, but we'll probably ship them in that time frame so that international people can get theirs. And if God forbid anything happens in the mail, we can make sure that all gets figured out and that you get a box in time and all the things. So
but it also gives you the opportunity to kind of poke around and look at patterns or get ideas so that you know exactly what you want and how many you want.
Yes.
So that is super exciting.
Exactly.
I love the fact that it's not just like it's just this one. It's based off of like what your project is going to be, which I think is pretty amazing. Like, I love that. I love it. I love it.
So if you think you might be interested, we're telling you now so you can kind of get your thoughts together.
And this is for sure happening. Like, we're not going to then be like, and we lied.
Right.
No, that's it, like
again.
Again. No, this is for sure happening. We've been talking about this for a little bit now. I mean, since the last time, and kind of going through the motions of like how to handle and what to do and inspirations and items. And so this is we're not lying to you this time.
Right. Promise. Pinky promise, swear, cross my heart, all the things. Definitely going to happen. And we should have a decent amount available because we can dye 100-gram skeins pretty efficiently. Like, we've got a system. So I feel like that's something that we can work through pretty, you know, we can take on quite a bit of those. So that's good. Christine says, can you tell us again where you got the organizational bag from? Yes, I got it from Jimmy Bean's Wool. It is there in their Della Q line. So DELLAQ. Links will be in the show notes.
Yes. We'll put up the QR code.
Yeah, we'll put up the QR code again, and the link will also be in the description of this video, but it's Della Q from Jimmy Bean's Wool.
Yes.
And I think the only other shop news, really, we just had a shop update last weekend. We had a Mother's Day, a little bit of a Mother's Day sale. So if you shop that update, thank you. Jess had some new tonals. Every month she's doing a set of 2 tonals. People seem to really be enjoying them. So that's great. We're going to start adding them in a 50-gram skein as well.
Yes.
So
and I'll tell you, the green one that I dyed, I think I called it the grass is greener. Oh my word. I love it. I want every last one of them. Not gonna lie, they are pretty amazing. Like in person, they
turned out really well. All of them did.
Yes.
And so many of them would work really nicely together.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're sort of building on each other.
Yeah. Love them.
So we want to start offering them in 50-gram skeins as well. Some of them I think we're going to need to re-dye because we're almost out of those.
Yes.
And as they get re-dyed, we'll add 50 grams in, and then new ones will do some 50 grams. So that way, if you wanted to use them for color work or heels and toes on a sock, you just don't want a full 100-gram skein, you can get the smaller ones.
Yes.
And maybe if you wanted like a set or something, you can buy all the 50 grams instead. So so we're going to do that, and that should probably start in our next update in June.
Yes.
Which will probably end up being the second week of June, not the first week because of our traveling. But aside from that, I think that's all the shop news.
I think so.
We have extra April Yarnable boxes in yarn in the shop right now. Yes. So if you had wanted to snag an extra one, if you hadn't already, there are some available. And those are the ones that had the toffee.
The carrot cake toffee. Oh my goodness.
We've been eating our fair share.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good. We could not get enough of that stuff.
It's quite delicious.
Yes. There's a reason there's none extra in the shop.
Right. Yeah, we ate it.
We
ate all the extras.
We really did.
Between me, Jess, and Kim.
And Brandy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh gosh, the four of us just,
It was really good. And I've got to order more from that place.
I do too.
So good. But so good. We do have extras, and the extra boxes the extra experiences do have the toffee in them. We didn't open those.
No, we didn't steal them. As much as we would have wanted to, we did not steal them out.
So there's that.
Yes.
And then I think that's it. I think we're just going to do some live stuff. And if you are watching the replay or at any point you want to go back and rewatch any of this, we will, I'm going to do timestamps for the video. So you should be able to just go to the timestamp that you want to see whatever part we were talking about. But yeah, I thought life stuff, we could talk a little bit about a few things that we just have going on in general.
Yeah.
And we have a what are we reading section now in the show notes as well.
Yes.
Because we're both avid readers.
Yes.
Or listeners. We listen to a lot of audio.
Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, there's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
To do it all.
Yeah.
No. So I love reading and I love actually physically reading, but sometimes I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
So listening to books is such a great alternative.
It really is. I listen now. I've been doing Audible for, I couldn't tell, years and years and years.
Yeah. And
it's my favorite. And as much as I love books, I can't go back now to reading actual physical books. They just the storage of them and and having to sit and hold them and it gets uncomfortable. Yeah. And then
I love the smell of
time.
Books.
Yeah.
So it's I still will physically read a book when I have when I'm oh, I have time.
Yeah.
I will pull out a book and read it. And it's just something so nostalgic about it.
I love it all. I just can't do it anymore.
I know.
I just can't. But
it's hard.
Do you want to talk about what you're reading?
So I am reading, it's book number 8 in the Michael Bennett series called Alert. And it's by James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge.
So it's a dual authorship?
Yes. So James Patterson is the main author. And then I think he has people, because a lot of his books have a second author.
Oh.
So I think that he consults with people.
Okay.
And they help write the stories. But it's the Michael Bennett series, and he is a New York detective, crime, police officer type of person. And it's a great series. I really love it. I love a lot of the James Patterson series.
Yeah.
I don't know how many books are in the Michael Bennett series. There are a lot.
Yeah.
But totally worth it.
You're on book 8, you said?
I'm on book 8. Yes.
Okay.
And it's a great read. So if you're into crime, drama, type of books, I definitely recommend that.
And if you guys have a favorite book while we're talking about our book,
share
your favorite book, the title, if you know who it's by, if you remember who it's by, and what the genre is or something, let us know.
Yes.
So I am reading, it's called Night Angel Nemesis, and it is by Brent Weeks. And it was a trilogy originally that I had read several years back, and I really loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. I sent it, got it for my daughter for her birthday. She still reads physical books. So I bought her the trilogy. They had I don't know if it was an anniversary edition, something where it was one giant book that had all 3 books in it, if that makes sense. So I got her that for her birthday one year or Christmas or something. Anyway, recently, out of nowhere, they came out with a 4th book. It was over there. It was not oh, I'm waiting on another book.
Right.
It ended. But then out of nowhere, they released a 4th book. And I didn't even know until it was already out. And I was oh, well, okay.
Right.
Okay, I see you, Brent Weeks.
Right.
So I was very excited, and I got that book, and it's pretty good. I don't know that I'm loving it as much as I love the original trilogy, which I loved. I think it's just called the Night Angel trilogy. But it is a fantasy, an adult fantasy, but it's not elves and witches type fantasy. It's not high fantasy. It's there is magic in it. And it's in an alternate world, it's not in here. So it's fantasy, but it's not high fantasy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's the main character is like kind of like an assassin. But he's funny. I don't know. It's it's definitely like there's a little bit of like brutality, but it's offset by like he's very like self-aware of this character, and it's offset by like his internal monologue is like funny. I don't know. It's really good. If you like fantasy and you like kind of like action stuff, I feel like it's very actiony, the whole series. So I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm almost done. Most of the book series I'm reading now are like waiting for the next book. And it's funny, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but some of the series have pre-orders that are going out many years.
Yeah.
Like not just the next book, but like the next 5 books are on pre-order. Like I could pre-order like book 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
For like the next like whatever, like for the next 5 years. And I'm like, I'm gonna spend my credits now on a book I can't get until like
5 years from now.
Like who says they're even gonna release it? Like I don't know. I do pre-order usually like the next book when that becomes available.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was weird that I started seeing pre-orders for things that were like super way out into the future.
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, that's what I'm reading.
Nice.
Otherwise, I'm not really up to anything super interesting besides getting ready for our trip.
Yes.
It's a business trip. It's in Texas.
Yeah.
It's for like subscription box business owners. So we're going to be doing that and like learning all the things and, you know, talking to all the people. And there's a lot of like companies that are there, like USPS is there. So we get to like talk to them and make connections with those sort of people so that I feel like we can then in turn like offer the best possible stuff going forward, you know, the best service, best products, like all the things.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What else? Anything?
Well, I mean, I'm training.
Yes. Yeah. Tell them.
Oh gosh. So, I am a wannabe runner. So I am training for, a half marathon in the fall. So I've been running 3 times. Oh, thank you. So I've been running 3 times a week. I was super excited because last Sunday, was my first time that I was able to do a full 5 miles in one stint. I did not prepare well the first time I did the 5 miles. So it was.
Can I tell them? She didn't bring water.
I didn't bring water. And it was
Who does
hot.
That?
I know. It was hot and it was ridiculous. And I was like, I can't I did this. Right. But I was like, I'm going to die. I'm literally going to die right here, right now. Like my neighbor was like, are you okay? Like water.
Like her neighbors were coming out. Yeah. Like, what's the matter?
They brought me water. It was quite the scene. So I made it like 4 1/4 miles. And then I was like, I don't think I can actually pick my feet up any longer. So I ended up walking and then she brought me some water and then I ran the rest of the way home. Sounds like I ran the rest of the way home. But last Sunday I actually did the full 5 and I did it in great time. I was super happy. So this Sunday is another 5 miler. Tonight is a 4 miler. So yeah. And then it just goes up from there. Yay. So yay.
Jess has big goals.
I do. I want to run my first marathon before I turn 50.
Yes.
So
and she's gonna do it because she's like, she like has like a goal, and like the very first time she's like, I didn't meet my goal, and then the next time she's like, I killed my goal, and I'm like, of course you did. Like she's probably gonna be done. Like you're probably gonna way surpass what you think you're gonna be able to do. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I was never a runner. I was never into anything like that. I couldn't stand it when I was younger. I was that kid that was like, I'm not running, I'm walking. And
I'm that adult. That's all.
Yeah. And then I just found as an adult, it's the one time that I don't think about anything.
Yeah.
All the things in my brain are gone.
Yeah.
And I just go and I listen to music and I don't think about anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the noise is settled.
That's really nice. It's good. You need something like that, right? Like I like to take baths.
right.
Just like to go running, marathons.
Torture
like
myself.
They're quite different, but we teach their own.
Yes, I did. I run
That's
a
amazing.
5K. The end of April.
Yeah.
And I have another one coming up. Yeah. So I have a few races that I'm coming up on, and chugging away to my half marathon in October.
Yeah. You're very dedicated. So I feel like when you set your mind to doing something, like you're going to do it. So I'm pretty sure you're going to do it. And now you've told the world.
I've told the world, so
you will do it. You absolutely will do it. Look who is here. It's Carrie Penny.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Carrie Penny. We have a surprise for you, just so you know.
We do.
You didn't know this, but we have a surprise for you. And I'm going to be messaging you about that. So there you have it.
Yes.
You picked a good live to catch.
You did.
Well, I don't know. We still would have sent you a special surprise.
We really, even if you're here.
But it's funny that you're here. Hi. Welcome.
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it for life stuff. I mean, we opened my pool. My pool's open.
Yeah. Oh, and I was going to tell you, it looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I'm like pool obsessed. I don't know if I've been talking about it on these last other videos, but pool obsessed. And because we finally got a house with a pool, and it's like the only thing. I'm like, I don't care if the house is like a little tiny shack in the woods. If it has a pool, I'm in.
Right.
And it does. And it's open. And we're finally like trying to become pool people and figure out all the things, because we don't know all the things. And I feel like every time we figure out one thing, there's another thing that there's a problem. And so we're like, oh my God. But I don't care. I love it. And I'm going to go hang out by it.
Yes. Lori.
Right? That's hilarious, right? Baths are fun. That is so funny. She said she has so much admiration for Jess, but prefers my method of relaxation. I prefer it also. I'm like obsessed with Lush bath bombs, like all the things like smelly and good, and candles. I bought, those candles that like they're fake, but they feel like they're wax on the outside.
Yes.
So they don't look fake, and then they like flicker on the inside. I bought this set on Amazon. I don't remember how many candles are in it, but they're like all different heights, and there's a ton. And so I put them like all around my bathtub, and they have a remote control. Sometimes I bring the television. I have a little TV. Sometimes I bring the TV in there, and so I can watch like knitting podcasts while I'm
That's amazing.
Like it's ridiculous, but if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Right? You should.
Like
I
a glass of wine
great.
or a margarita. Like it's a whole thing.
I think that's wonderful.
Thank you. I think so too. Well, I think, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
I think that's everything. I don't really have much else. The trip and running.
You guys have been with us for a long time.
We've been chattering away.
We thought this was going to be a short one, but
yes,
apparently we like to talk.
Oh, we'll have to put this one up too.
Okay, let's see. What does Brandy say? Hi from Oklahoma. Hello. Hey. I just got my very first yarn box last month and love the color for May. So excited for June. Oh my goodness.
I'm almost envious of the fact that it's like your first box.
Right.
It's like that whole, like the first time that you receive the experience.
Yes. Like we talk about TV shows sometimes, and like, have you ever watched a show that you just love so much, or a book that you've read and you love so much that like you wish you could still experience it new for the first time?
Right.
Like I tell Jess, I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous that you haven't watched this show yet, because like I wish I could watch it all over from the beginning. So it's like that.
So funny. Yay, thank you for joining.
Welcome,
and yes, and all the things. And we're so glad that you love the colors.
Yes, thank you. And Gretchen, it's very nice to spend time with you as well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us for a bit. We appreciate it. And so, all right, I think we'll leave you guys to go enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll be back next month. Originally we were trying to do the first Thursday of every month, but that's probably not going to happen in June either because
we'll be in Texas.
Yeah.
It's definitely not happening the first
so
week.
It'll probably be like maybe the next week or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, we do send out a text message when we are going live. So if you are, let me see if I have.
Oh, we have to put the.
Oh, we'll put the QR code up again in a second. No, I don't have the text number. Hold on.
Ooh.
Hold please again. Okay. The number. I gave you a chance to grab a pencil.
I was like, what are we doing?
It's 603-928-7108. You can text. I'll put it in the show notes. Yes. But if you text Yarn Addict to that number, you will be on my text list. And when we go live, we will shoot you a text and say, we're going live.
Yes.
But it's usually always going to be sometime between like 11 and 12 Eastern time.
Yes.
So
on a Thursday.
So if that gives you an idea, but we do send out texts. So if you want to get on the text list, just shoot a text to that number. I'll put that in the show notes as well.
Let's put the QR code.
And that way, yeah. And then if you, again,
there it is.
Link to the show notes is in this little QR code. If you pull up your phone, open your camera app, point it at that QR code, it will bring you to a magical website.
Yes.
That has all of the show notes.
Yes.
The link will also be in the description of this video to take you there as well. But if you're watching on a smart TV and like I do, and you're not, you don't have the description available to you, you can just scan that code with your camera.
Yes.
So we'll leave that up for just a minute.
Yes, we'll leave that up. And that has all the patterns, links to the patterns that we talked about today.
Except the ones that don't have patterns, like our blankets or something. We don't have anything to share on that. So sorry.
Yeah. So sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. One day we will have that. Yes. But we don't have it right now.
So, but that will bring you to my sweater pattern, the sleeveless t-shirt that I'm making, Cheryl's cardigan.
Yeah. All the different like product people, the bags, the organizational stuff, all that. It's all linked.
It's all in there. So and now we're just kind of chattering so that you have time to get the code.
Do the thing. Yeah. We're just what's the word? I don't know. There's a word. I don't know it. Anywho, all right. Well, I think then we're probably pretty good.
I think so.
And we will see you guys next month. And happy all the things.
Yes. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday and the rest of the month. And we will see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.